welcome back to Let's Play Legend of Zelda the Minish Cap. We just finished watching Zelda get turned to stone, which just makes me think of a Electric Light Orchestra song, but and if any of y'all don't get that reference, you should Google Electric Light Orchestra, because they're awesome. Anyway, we are on our way to the Minish Woods, and now we have to fight Octoroks. Yay! Some of the oldest enemies in the Zelda series. And I'm so lucky, I mean, I already have a shield, so. I love how they take characters from games that have happened and like put them in new games. It kind of gives it that familiar feel while still being new. So I gotta say, when Majora's Mask did Romani and the Gorman brothers and all that stuff, it just really threw me off. That's why that theory about him going through the stages of grievances, or wow, just like grievances of death, like and dying, just like makes so much sense. But anyway, game theorists are awesome. Sometimes they really mess up your childhood though, so you gotta be prepared to take it all with a grain of salt. Because I mean, it is just a theory anyway, but some of them are really good. The connections just like seem to make a lot of sense. So. But before I get stuck, you know, ranting about that, I'm just gonna go on ahead and stop talking for a while. Pretty sure that's what was passed down through generations. No, I'm just gonna roll everywhere. Because I'm that person. I'm just kidding. Ow. I think I need to change my sword shield hands. I think I'll be alright. So I'm trying to remember. I guess what was it? Start button? Let's see. I think we have to go. We should be fine. Yeah, this should be it. Duh. My bad. God. For one rupee. Oh god, I hate it when the Zelda games started doing this. It's like the one thing I wish they never did, but yeah. Can't wait till I get like a boomerang. And some bombs. Ooh, bombs are the best. Should I stop in? Forget. Door locked yet? Yeah, I guess it is. Yeah, truth be told, I've never beat this game. I've only got to the end of it. I actually couldn't figure out what Vachi's weakness was in the final fight for some reason, and I just didn't seem to be doing any damage, and I was too stubborn to look up a walkthrough. But, you know what, walkthroughs have been around as long as games have, pretty much, so, I mean, really, if you can't get through this one thing, don't let it ruin the entire experience. By all means, try. And sometimes take a break and come back and try again, maybe even a couple times, and then if you still haven't got it and you've tried and tried and tried and tried, don't feel bad about just giving in and looking it up. I mean, because when I was younger, man, it was a big deal. You don't look it up, you tough it out, you have to figure it out. And somehow somebody telling you was different, so like if you asked for advice from someone, like, I don't know. It's like a weird gamer score before gamer score thing that we kind of had in my house growing up with my brother and my sister and stuff. Oh, no. I feel like I've done something I wasn't supposed to do. No. Poor guy. Wish he wasn't such a sarcastic, like, overly blunt character, though. Sometimes I just don't like the things that come out of his mouth. While I, like, toss him in a fireplace and light a match. Just like, no thank you, sir. Stuck to my head, and then you're gonna belittle me when I can't do things. Like, why don't you try it? But whatever. And he's steamed. But you look like a hat. Like, oh, but now it goes through him. Did you see that? Rock the Octorok shot? Stop pushing me, you crazy hat. Such a rude old man he is. He's just taking out his misfortune and bad temper on Link, poor thing. He gets over it eventually, I guess, but that's just like so annoying. I like how it just looks like a normal hat though, afterwards. It's like, oh thank God. I wonder if they'd ever try to design it with his head still on it. I loved the idea for this game. It was awesome after having Oracles, Ages and Seasons come out, and then there wasn't a third game. It just kind of like dropped off for a while, and then when this game came out, I was just so excited. As soon as I got the time to play it and the opportunity came in my lap, man, I played nothing but. And the soundtrack for this game is just ridiculously amazing. I think, really, if any of the games get remade after this, since we just had Majora's Mask 3D not too long ago, I would definitely say this game needs to be touched up, and oh my god, it would be amazing. It's definitely the last best Zelda handheld that was actually designed for handheld. Sorry to all you people who like Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks, I don't think I'll ever play them. I tried, was it Phantom Hourglass? No. Everything touchscreen? I can't do that. That's just... I'm a finger jockey. I shoot the X-Buster like I have a turbo button when I don't. I'm not good with touch this and touch that. Kind of ruined it for me. Then again, I do know people who don't like The Adventures of Link, the second in the NES days, but I liked it, so, you know, who knows, it's just not my deal. It doesn't mean the game's not valid, though we're not going to talk about those other two games that even Nintendo is kind of just like, we really didn't have much to do with it, so I wouldn't qualify it. Talking about you, one game on. Speaking of only one, but whatever. God, this music is amazing. I could listen to this all day. And they're so cute. It's hilarious, you know, the humans call them Picori, they call themselves the Minish, but when they talk, all they say is Pico. Pico Picori. Go. So I wonder why we started calling them Picori then. I need a Jabbernet. I'll try not to do that too much, but sometimes I get bored and I just want to liven it up a little bit. I love how that's a sewing needle. Nope. Let's see, he's around here somewhere. I just can't remember. It's been a while since I played. Which is kind of good for both of us because that means that I don't have to feel like I'm just leading you through everything, right? You might kind of am. It's an adventure! Of course it's the Super Brainiac one with the glasses, right? And boy, is he fabulous. Look at him. See the little light? Just bounce right off. Jabbernet. Yep. I love the designs for everything in the Minish villages. I would live in a giant barrel. If I could. I guess I could make a giant barrel. I wish it was that easy. Just eat some food from their country or whatever and then I could understand anybody's language. That'd be awesome. I remember being really enamored with the sprites in this game too. I feel like they're very well drawn. And the kinstones are awesome. I love the kinstone system. That's all well and good, but I'm going to talk to everybody before I go. Since I'm allowed to. Whatever, right? On Mount Cranial. Yeah. Guess I'll have to do that. But after we're done. Yeah, I guess. Oh god. Sounds like a dorkly, animated short. Goes to see what that Minish, and then Minish is like, oh yeah, I want human clothes. So Link gets his like swag shades on and like goes to human world and like raids the shop, and then goes down here and like starts selling the clothes to the Picori. Like, wow, the stitching's so tight, blah blah blah, because they're all so tiny and it's stupid. That's what happens when I let my mind wander. I should be focusing on this game. Let's see. Just want to make sure I see all the houses and talk to all of the inhabitants first. That's the barrel house. I already talked to that guy. I keep thinking there's a heart piece around here somewhere that I can just, like, grab. Can't remember where. Oh well. I'll find it later. So we need to go talk to... Understood. Oh, so teeny. Oh, look at the village wiggle. It's so cute. Oh, that's why. Can I still grab it? No, I have to be big. Dang it. I forgot to grab that before I went and talked to Elzo. Or Ezlo. I keep doing that. I keep putting the L in front. I didn't know if there's anything in the entrance. Sorry, I just running around like a weirdo. It's like having Princess Ruto on top of you. Except, at least you don't have to carry her, which means you can attack and shit, but... God, talk about annoying. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this video here. When we come back, we will go through this entire shrine in one go, and... yeah. Thanks for watching, I'll see y'all later. Bye.